To European Stock Trend Prediction channel. So in this video, I'll talk about the prediction analysis of Tesla stock price fluctuation chart. In last video, I uploaded to YouTube about 1 week ago, and I mentioned if this week, this week, that's basically the week after the last video, and if it opened below that $246, so it may still will drop it down to this middle blue line for this week. So you see this opening price opened exactly around this bottom yellow trend line, and in the early Monday, Tuesday, and a continuous drop to so it dropped to reach this bottom, the middle blue trend line, and even dropped it down to another line. So, but basically it's still in this range. But I also mentioned it still have a high possibility to reach up to this $251, the top of yellow trend line for this week, and that's exactly what will happen. And it increased to the top yellow trend line, exceeded a little bit by about a couple of dollars. So you see this week, so it opened here, and in early week it dropped down to the bottom blue trend line, even down to this blue dot. So and then it have a very good increase on Thursday and Thursday and Friday. And if I switch to daily chart, you can exactly see this. The Friday, this is the Friday yesterday, Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday, and Monday. So it's Monday, you see it opened below this bottom yellow trend line. So if it's opened below this trend line or this trend line, so it will drop down, have a tendency to decrease the price, and even decrease down to this bottom blue trend line, and even down to this blue dot. And these tips, I already explained this tips method in the last video. So basically, if you see this kind of opening, and then you will know it will drop for the Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, it also have a little bit more continuation of the decreasing momentum, and each day dropped down to this blue dot. That's basically represented the low for that day, and then dropped down to this and quickly increase to this price again, and even increase to this almost the middle yellow trend line. So the next day, next Tuesday, is have another continuation of increasing. It opened above this middle yellow trend line, as I mentioned in my last video. So if it is opened above this yellow trend line, then it's a good indication of a very good increasing momentum. So it will increase for that day. So you see this day on Thursday, it continued to increase up to this, even exceeded this yellow dot. So it have a very good increasing momentum. So if it's increased above this top trend line, that means it have a very strong increasing momentum. And the last Friday, it opened here below this yellow trend line. So it's if it opened here, it has a tendency to drop, but since it's very close to this two good increasing days, so it didn't directly increase and fluctuate between these two yellow trend line. And the next early next week, it is expected to have a continuous decreasing momentum if it's opened below this yellow trend line of 253, or below this second middle trend line 256. So it will have a tendency to drop it down to this, at least to this $249.7, or it may drop it down to this $247. So it will fluctuate around this range to retest this kind of a fluctuation, or it's also if it's opened below this $253, it may have a low possibility, but it may still have that possibility to even drop it down to this $244. But it depends. This is early week, but for January, for next week, it may still have a tendency to increase to this $261. So it depends. If the early next week, if it's opened very well, it may open the still first approach this high price and then start to drop. So it depends. And generally for this month, so if I change it to a monthly chart, general for this month, you see it is opened above this yellow bottom yellow trend line. So generally this month is still have a good increasing momentum. So it's still have a good possibility to increase to up to this top yellow trend line around $270 for this month. For increasing process, it's still have a good, still have a big fluctuation. So it may fluctuate around this range. Depends on if it doesn't drop or break off this middle yellow trend line around $248, or if you are very accurate or specific. So if it doesn't break off this kind of top or middle blue trend line, then generally it's still have a good increasing trend or momentum. So if it dropped below this blue trend line, then it's very bad. It will move up down to a lower trend line. So by the way, in around the end or middle of October, I have two videos so saying is it a good time to buy HD and BA because at that time, so around in October, at that time I sensed that it's already close to the monthly low region for that BA. So if I change it to BA and HD, so this is BA monthly chart. So right now it's December, so this is November, this is October. So around this price range, I made that video because I knew it's already close to this monthly chart, the low price region for this monthly chart. So it will have a good opportunity to have a reversal and then have an increasing trend for BA and HD. And you see in November and December, it have a very good increasing months in November and December. So around that price range is about $180 and up to this $261. So it's almost increased about by about $80. So if you knew watch that video and then capture this kind of increasing trend or process, and then you will make a lot of money. And if I change it to that HD, and this is HD monthly chart in October, that's this range. So in this around this price range, I also made that video because I knew it's almost around the low price region for that month, and it will have a good tendency to increase, to have a reversal. And in November and December, it also have a very good increase. If you calculate from this price $284 up to this price of $354, that's still about $70 of increase. So if you capture this kind of increase based on my video, and then you will also earn a lot of money based on this kind of increasing process. So if you're interested in this kind of analysis and prediction, you are welcome to subscribe to Youpin Stock Trend Prediction channel or watch more video in YouTube.